What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, I am going to be doing the top 5 Sapphire token rewards that you can get in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. With the Emeralds, there was so many honorable mentions, but to be honest, the Sapphires just aren't as good. Like, I've picked up 11 of the Emeralds, and I still had to leave behind cards like Craig Elo, who's got like a 91 shot 3, and 90 shot 3 and his money. And with the Sapphire rewards, I've gotten 6 of them. And the rest of these, apart from maybe Shawn Livingston or D Brown, maybe Raymond Felton. If Raymond Felton wasn't 6'1", he'd be a god as well. Because he's just insane stats wise. Just a pity that he's 6'1" and can't dunk, so he's not going to be too effective in the game this year. Sam Perkins, if he has a nice release, could be alright. But I'm not that bothered about getting any more of these. The only reason I'm going to get 4 more is to unlock these Ruby tokens, because I really want cards like Eddie Jones, Isaiah Ryder, and what's his name, Mitch Richmond. So now we're on to the top 5, and one of the positions in top 5 is actually 2 cards, and these 2 cards are very, very similar, and it's really all about personal preference. So I'm going to put them in the same position because they're almost the same card. At number 5, we are going to put in a 2 guard, and it's probably the best shooting card out of all these by far, and it's Mario Elie. So maybe it's just me with Mario Elie, because Mario Elie did actually play in the Irish League for a year, and every year I make sure to pick up Mario Elie regardless of what version they release. I always have one of him in my collection, and maybe it's just a little bit of bias for that, but Mario Elie, I love his release. I've always liked Mario Elie's release. He's got 3 gold badges, corner specialist, catch and shoot, and deep range Jedi, which are really good. He's also got an open shot 3 of 91, open shot mid of 87. He's got a free throw of 90. His release for me is cash. His release, just like every year for me, is cash. I don't know why I really like it. He's got a decent enough driving layup. His passing stats, he gets decent ball control, not the best passing stats, but not terrible. Defensively, he's okay, I guess. Not a great steal, decent-ish speed and acceleration, not the best speed with ball. Good ladder quickness of 79, decent on ball defense IQ of 75, and overall just a solid card with an insane jump shot. For that reason, I have him number 5 on the list for that reason. He's definitely, in my opinion, deserves to be top 5 in this list. So Mario Elie has got 2 hot zones, but it doesn't really matter. He's got an insane jump shot anyway, regardless of the hot zones. But his release, I'm not really a fan of it off the dribble. I'm not really a fan of it in a lot of situations, but off the catch, it's one of the nicest in the game. And it's been the exact same for years and years at Mario Elie. So it's not like it's a new release you have to learn. They got, I don't even know if he shot like this in real life, but it's been the exact same for years in the game. And it's one of those releases that is so easy to master. And it's so easy to green almost every shot with him. He's one of the best catch and shoot players in the game. And even though, honestly, he wouldn't have may not have made my top 5 Emerald list, there's just not that many better Sapphires. And definitely there is none of these Sapphires that shoot anywhere near as well as Mario Elie does. And at number 4, we have got a card that, if he had a 3 ball, maybe pushing for number 1. A small forward, and last year he had a 3 ball. Last year he had like a 75 shot 3, and it's Cedric Ceballos. So Cedric Ceballos had, I think it was like a 75-ish shot 3 last year. I can't even remember what it was, but like it was there or thereabouts. I've used, again, like, people just keep rage quitting. I think that's one of the things they didn't realize with MyTEAM Unlimited. I've used all these guys for like 2 games, and both of them ended up in rage quits. But because of MyTEAM Unlimited, the fact that if you lose a game, or if you lose 3 games, you can start over again. Or if you lose 3 games, start over again, or you need to win 12 to get the card. Like, there's a load of people, I'd say if they're on their 2nd loss, will just rage quit a game if they think they're going to lose. So many rage quits happen. He's got posterized velocity finisher and acrobat, but got a good driving layup, good standing layup, open shot mid of 89, which is really good. Home shot 3 of only 56, that was terrible. If that was even 70, this card would be unbelievable. He's got a driving dunk of 92, and he's one of the few players in the game so far this year with a driving dunk tendency of 100. That, along with the goal posterizer, means he just jams it on people. He's also got a good standing dunk, good contact dunk. He's got speed of 87, speed of ball 84, acceleration 85. So he's got the speed of a fast point guard. He's got a high vertical of 91. He's also got lateral quickness of 78, which is quite good. Good enough on ball defensive IQ. And he's just insane. He's a 3-point shot away from being comfortably number 1 or 2 on this list. It's just that 3 ball is so poor. Even though he has a few hot zones outside the 3, that I can't justify putting him any higher than 4. So Cedric Ceballos actually has 2 hot zones outside the 3-point line, but that 54 rating means that, like, realistically, regardless of the fact that they're hot zones, he's not going to be hitting many of them. But dunking is where Ceballos is the best card at that specific thing in the game right now. He's got decent ball control. His speed is actually really high. Speed with ball is high as well. So he's like coming off that pick and roll. Like he's one of the most dangerous players in the game at coming off the pick and roll, pick and pop, because they can't really help in much, and he jams it on big men for fun. Like one of the most dangerous players in that situation. Running him as the primary ball handler in the pick and roll is so difficult to stop. His mid-range shot is really nice as well. His release is a little bit on the long side, but again, that 89 mid-range shot is definitely a shot that he's going to hit more often than not. He's, again, just a slasher. The fact that he's a mid-range shot is a bonus, but if he had a 3-ball, he'd be absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, he doesn't. So we're just going to have to make do with probably the best slasher in the game right now, including Amethyst and Diamonds, to be honest. And number 3 is 2 of the same card, basically. And these 2 cards are, well, most people are going to go for this one here, Manute Bol, but also Shawn Bradley. So Shawn Bradley and Manute Bol are both giants. Like Manute Bol's 7'7", Shawn Bradley is 7'6". 85 offense, 82 defense, and then Shawn Bradley's 81 defense, 76 offense. Basically, Shawn Bradley is slightly better mid-range shooter, but Shawn Bradley's release is a lot better, so he does hit more mid-range shots. However, a plus 45 open shot 3 from Manute Bol, still not the best though. And at times with that 72 open shot 3, he might become reliant to start shooting too many, even though he's not actually the best 3-point shooter in game. He's got, well, neither of them great driving dunks, but Shawn Bradley a better standing dunk, block the exact same. Rebounding, Bradley very slightly better. Speed, again, Bradley slightly better, but still really slow. And obviously Manute Bol's fairly, well, decent amount better defensively. But the free throw is another big one where Bradley has a huge advantage. So this is all about personal preference. Then you go to badges as well. They both come with 3 gold badges. Obviously, the finisher, pick and roll, and rim protector for Shawn Bradley. And Manute Bol doesn't actually have rim protector, but he does have defensive stopper. So this is all about personal preference. Personally, I prefer Bradley. I don't know why, but most people would definitely prefer Manute Bol, so I'm going to put Manute Bol on this list. But I don't know why, just for me, I prefer Shawn Bradley. So Manute Bol has cold zones almost everywhere outside the 3. His release is on the long side. It's not the worst release, to be completely honest. Like, it is not the hardest release in the world to green, just like it wasn't last year. But he's got such a low contested shot 3, and it's like even lightly contested shots never go in with him. So the fact that he can hit open shot 3s is kind of like, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Like even last year when I was using the Manute Bol with a 99 open shot 3, he wasn't actually hitting that many. But again, it's Manute Bol, just a big man who can just go in and dunk. I'm not going to really go over Shawn Bradley because he's just going to be the same thing. Shawn Bradley's more of an inside player. Both of these guys are just huge guys you can just throw in the middle and will block a ton of shots, get a ton of rebounds, and score a ton of really close shots around the rim. At number 2, this is where you get into the elite players. The top 2 are elite. And number 2 is Iman Shumpert. Shumpert is so good. Like, I don't know why it says he's only played 2 games. I think Shumpert's played at least 8 games for me. 3 gold badges, posterizer, defense stopper, and pickpocket. He's got an 88 driving and layup, an open shot mid of 81, open shot 3 of 82. And even though he's got really low contested, now dribble shot 3, he's actually, like, he's not going to be shooting fadeaway 3s, but like, he can come off a screen, they step under it, he can hit shots. He does that really well for me. And his release is cash this year. It's slightly better than last year, but it feels better than last year anyway. It is cash for me. 88 driving dunk as well. I don't actually know what his tendency is. Tendency only 35 though, but he does have posterizers. So when he goes to dunk, it's actually, he does dunk pretty much all the time. He can speed boost, so that's why I run him at the point guard anyway. But he's also got an 89 steal, but that goal pickpocket is really OP. He's got 87 speed, speed, ball acceleration, so he's faster than most point guards. 89 vertical. He's also got 88 lateral quickness, 89 on-ball defensive IQ, which is insane. So Iman Shumpert is just locked down. He can jam it, he can shoot, and he's got 86 ball control, so he can speed boost. So he's just an absolute beast in this game. So Iman Shumpert has got 2 cold zones and 4 hot zones. Shump's release this year, it's not the same as last year. Like, it is nowhere near the same. I didn't realize how different it was, but I actually didn't really mind his release last year, but his release this year is cash. Like, it is cash. Like, I didn't realize until I started using him, and he was hitting like 2-3 threes a game for me, greening shots. Like, he was like, I was running a lot through Shumpert, and he was killing teams. Going to the basket as well, he's one of the best dunkers I've used. Probably not as good a slasher as Ceballos. Well, definitely not as good a slasher as Ceballos, but not that far off. And he does have the extra dimension in his game, which is the 3 ball. and also he's a lockdown defender. So this card is just absolutely incredible and should be one of the first Sapphire cards, well, Sapphire Rewards cards you pick up once you unlock that tier. And number 1 is one of my favorite cards in the game this year. Straight up, Jeffries. He was one of my favorite cards last year in NBA 2K18 or 17 or 18. 18 was last year. 2K18 MyTEAM is Emerald. This card is just better. In the 3 games it says he played, I think he's played about 8 or 9. He's averaging 11.7 points for me. Yep, 11.7 points. He's got Hall of Fame charge card, pick dodger, and defensive stopper. He's 6'11 power forward, but he can play at the 3. But he's the perfect like LeBron, KD, Giannis stopper. He's got 84 standing layup, 79 driving layup, open shot mid of 80, open shot 3 of 75. But he's got the generic Danny Granger type release that is one of, if not the nicest in the game this year, as well as being probably the nicest last year. Well, the easiest one at the time, because there's multiple cards with that exact same release anyway. But he's got a 71 driving dunk, which is not the best, but he does have that tendency of 100, which helps an awful lot. He's got 60 ball control, which is not good, so I wouldn't really run with the point. But he's got a good steal rating, good block, good shot contest. He's a decent rebounder, fast with high speed with ball, so he can push the floor from the power forward position. He's got 82 lateral quickness, which is really good. He's got 88 on ball defense, low post defensive IQ of 76, which isn't the best, but at the same time he's got a high enough block rating. And as far as versatile cards go, Jeffries may be the most versatile card in the game this year. Can play 2 through 5, can guard 2 through 5, can rebound, can shoot, can push the floor. Not can bring people down to dribble, and that's about it, so he can't play point guard. But he can literally play anywhere else on the floor. And you could probably get away with playing with the point guard. The most versatile card in the game this year, and one of, if not, well, in my opinion, definitely the best Sapphire Reward card in the game. And Jeffries has got the 2 corners hot. He is one of the best, if not the best corner 3-point shooter I've used this year. Like, if you've come up against me in MyTEAM Unlimited, you know how much I use Jeffries. Like, Jeffries has become one of the main men on my God squad. Jeffries has been so good that I no longer play Amethyst Kevin Durant or Amethyst Anthony Davis. He's kept both of them out of the starting line, and he's actually kept both of them out of the team because I use Gerald Wallace on the bench, to be completely honest. But Jeffries, he's just been killing it. Like, he can dunk, he's one of my best defenders. For some reason, he's one of my best shooters, even though his stats wouldn't suggest it. He is one of the best shooters I've used in the game this year. He's a great mid-range, 3-point shooter. No real post-game, but that doesn't really matter. He's just an absolute god in this game. One of the most versatile cards, and definitely a card that everyone should look to pick up in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, these are the top 5 Sapphire Rewards that you can get in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.